Welcome back to Perks Recap. Back at it once again. We're hitting part 3 of our reaction to the Justin Hayward John Lodge album. The album is called Blue Jays. We are on part 3. We already finished all of side 1. We're going to start side 2 now with a song called Saved by the Music. I've never heard any of these songs, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that at all. I don't know any of these songs whatsoever, but I do like the Moody Blues, and I have reacted to a lot of Moody Blues albums, so I'm enjoying this one. It is very similar to the Moody Blues. I think it's got a similar sound. But anyway, real quick, on my podcast, if you'd like to join the podcast, first of all, Perks Recap Podcast, just email me at PerksPod@gmail.com, and you can come on the podcast, talk about music, sports, whatever you want to talk about, for as long. If you want to be on the podcast for 5 minutes, that's cool. If you want to be on it for 30 minutes, that's cool too. But I recently did a podcast where I'm trying to get the schedule kind of set in stone each week, so you know what's coming up on this channel. So the podcast has its own realm out there in the podcast world, but I'm going to be talking every Monday about this channel here on YouTube and what to expect in terms of my music reactions every day, what I plan on doing for that week, and I'm going to update that every single Monday so you know what's coming up in the coming week. It is always subject to change if something comes up, but for the most part, I'm going to try to stick to that schedule and try to be a little bit more formal with that. But anyway, that's enough of me yammering. Let's get to this. Saved by the Music. It is John Lodge has the writing credit. I want to thank Steven once again for the donation and the suggestion for this, and let's get right to it.
Do you need somewhere, a place to hide? A smile from your face, where the light comes shining through. All its strength, it came from you. It's lost now, all that age before I knew you. Is it that forever is hard to find? You made me recognize what I believed in. Far behind, is it closing in on you like it was on me? This time I'm saved by the music, saved by the song we can sing. This time I'm saved by the music, saved by the song that you bring.
Okay, I'm liking everything about this song. I'm loving the tempo changes that they've had. They've already done it 3 times. I really am enjoying the piano. It's taking a more prominent role than any other song. There's no guitar that I'm really noticing all that much, but the bass is also really, really sped up during the faster parts. The bass is really going off. So I'm enjoying all aspects of it, everything that it's had to offer so far. And then, of course, the harmonizing is excellent, as it's been the whole time. The vocals on this album are absolutely amazing. All right, the song's about halfway done, so let's finish it up.
When you're following all life's lies, and find its meaning, the truth still hides. Don't cover your face, let the warmth come flowing through. Welcome dawn, new morning dew.
Up and down.
Life's life.
Yup. Hands down, the best song on the album, without question. No doubt about it, the best song on the album. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's going to be an instant download, going right into the playlist. There was nothing to complain about in that entire song. I said before there was guitars that were standing out to me, and then the guitar came in. The harmonizing, the build-up, the tempo changes were absolutely perfect. Really, really enjoyed that one. Saved by the Music is the best song so far on the entire album. Let's get to I Dreamed Last Night.
You told
real quick, just want to mention, sorry for the wonky edit in between this song and the last song. My playlist just completely stopped playing. It just, I had to reload the whole thing up, and that's why I had that weird edit in between I Dreamed Last Night, or between Saved by the Music and I Dreamed Last Night, which we're still on right now. We're in the middle of. Let's resume.
You were locked inside of your secrets, calling my name. And you told me lost was the key. And you told me how you long to be free, that you don't know how. Oh, let me show you now. Like a bird on a far distant mountain, like a ship on an uncharted sea. You are lost in the arms that have found you. Don't be afraid. Those plans are made. Oh, don't be afraid. If there's time and a place to begin love, it must be now. Let it go, set it free. I dreamed last night I was hearing your voice. Why did you say those things that have left me no choice? When you told me we had the power, why did you tell me now was the hour? But you don't know how. Oh, let me show you now. Like a bird on a far distant mountain, like a ship on an uncharted sea. You are lost in the arms that have found you. Oh, don't be afraid. Those plans are made. Don't be afraid. If there's time and a place to begin love, it must be now. Let it go, set it free. I dreamed last night I was hearing your voice.
Okay. All right. I said before, even on the songs by the Moody Blues that I'm not crazy about, I still like. I would say I'm probably not too crazy about this one, but as usual, I was able to find something that I can attach myself to. I really, really enjoy the drums in this, big time. The drums really stood out. Really enjoyed it. And just so we make sure we get the right person, give the credit there. Graham Deacon is on drums for this album. Really enjoyed the drums. That's what stood out for me. That's what I can attach myself to. But in terms of the other songs and the rest of this album, probably the other songs I would put ahead of it. But it's still not bad, and I still, like I said, enjoy the drums. We have one more on this for this part. Who Are You Now? Hayward has the writing credits for this one as well. We're going to go by the commercial in 5 seconds, so it'll be quick.
When your cat's a me, then your dog is too.
And it's hard.
whippoorwill go. Goodbye to the fields and byways. I'll remember saying I don't wanna leave, 'cause you were all there was to know about me.
Violin. I think so.
Somewhere on this crazy island, a familiar stranger sleeps so far away. Wonder in the eyes of children, and the smile of fortune helps the memory fade. They are all there is to know about me. Who are you now?
Keep it quilted means
Okay, who are you now? That was one that I would say the best thing to do with that song is do what I did, which was close your eyes and just try to get into it. Kind of vibe with that song. That was a kind of a vibe song. I gotta mention too, this entire album, the vocals on this have been absolutely stellar across the board. Every song, including that one, really, really great vocals. So that's going to be the end of part 3. We have one more part to go, part 4. But let's do a quick close first. Let's get to that first, and then we'll move on to part 4. There you have it. That is part 3, the end of part 3 of our album reaction. Blue Jays album. Part 3 is over. We got part 4 to go. Part 4 will have Maybe, When You Wake Up, and Blue Guitar. Blue Guitar is a 1987 bonus track, and also on the 2004 re-release of this album, it was just part of the regular album. So we're going to do that one as well. Blue Guitar will be on part 4. And that'll also be the final part. I got to say, part 3, I really enjoyed it, but the main reason is because Saved by the Music is my favorite song on the album so far, and that was in part 3. I really enjoyed that. That's an instant download, and I'll be getting right to that. So I've really enjoyed this album. The vocals have been out of this world. Anyway, let's wrap this up. If you'd like to donate to the channel, information for Venmo and PayPal is in the description. It's also at the end of this video. Hit the thanks button on YouTube. That's another way you could donate. And if you donate, I'll react to anything you want me to. But that's going to do it. Please join me for part 4. Hopefully you're already joining me for parts 1 and 2 and this one. But let's get to it. Let's get to part 4. And until then, I will see you later.